Hello everyone, today I'm back with another T.T.M video, so let's get started here. So I have 14 I think to go through today. Been letting them pile up a little bit. It's my fault, but I've been more interested in being outside at yard sales and flea markets than doing videos lately. So let's get started here. So the first one took 28 days and a person signed 404 for me, and it is from former Buffalo Bill, Mr. Steve Tasker. Here he is on, what is this, a 1992 Pro set. I believe this is a 1993 Skybox. Yep, 1993 Skybox. What is this? This is probably 19. It is actually a 1995 score. I didn't even see it up there on the top. It's up here in the corner. I really like this one. We'll set this one here. And he signed another 1995 score. Turned out really nice. So I will show you Mr. Tasker's career stats. He's actually ranked 9th best player not in the Hall of Fame, and that was done during 2008. 7-time Pro Bowl player, 7-time All-Pro. Just a great player for the Buffalo Bills. All right, the next one. Took 18 days, and the person signed 5 of 5 for me. And that person would be... Who is it? Get the note out of the way here. It is former Cincinnati Bengal, Mr. Marco Battaglia. Here he is on a 1996 Select. 1996 Donruss. What is this? This is a 96 Fleer. Another 1996 Fleer. And a 1996 Collector's Choice. Turned out really nice in his college uniform. So I asked him some questions. I said, who was your favorite teammate of all time? He said Lorenzo Neal. I said, I asked him which college stadium had the loudest fans during your college career. He says, pains me to say this, but PSU, Penn State University. And if you ever been there, you know what he means. That place gets really loud during the football season. I'll show you his career stats. He was actually the Big East Offensive Player of the Year in 1995. This was before Rutgers joined the Big Ten. They are now a member of the Big Ten. All right, the next one took 33 days, and the person signed 5 of 5 for me, and that person would be... Who is it? It is former Chicago Bear, Mr. Donnell Wolford. Here he is on a 91 Topps. Set that one right there. That looks nice. 1993 Skybox. I think this is a 1992 Skybox. Here is a 1989 Pro Set. It's college uniform. Last but not least, I believe this is either a 90 or 91. It is 1991 Pro Set. One turned out really nice too. So, Mr. Donnell Wolford's career stats. He had quite a few interceptions during his career. Let's see if he wrote anything back. He did. Let's see if there's anything really interesting here. Oh, I asked him who was the running back that was the hardest to tackle during your career. Barry Sanders was his answer. I bet you that was a lot of guys' answer. I would not want to try to tackle Barry Sanders. And I also asked him, who was the hardest receiver to cover during your career? Jerry Rice. Well, bet you a lot of guys were like that too. Two greats, two Hall of Famers. All right, the next one took 174 days, and the person signed 101. And it is from current N.F.L. player, Mr. Rodney Smith. He currently plays for the Carolina Panthers. And as you can see, he went to college at the University of Minnesota. Set him here. And I asked him a few questions too. I said, in your opinion, what's the biggest difference between college and pro football? Game speed, everybody's big and fast. And who was the toughest player you faced in college? Micah Parsons from Penn State. Micah Parsons was drafted in the first round by the Dallas Cowboys this past NFL draft. And I'll show you Mr. Rodney Smith's career stats so far. He was an undrafted free agent. So he actually made the team. Wasn't even drafted. Good for him. The next one took 23 days, and a person signed 202 for me, and that person would be former, or I should say current M.M.A. fighter, Mr. Sean O'Malley. Here he is on a 2019 Goodwin's Champions card. And here he is on a 2019 Goodwin's Champions card. I think this is out of the same set. We'll set him front and center. He looks like he just stepped out of the 60s, man. So I asked Mr. O'Malley some questions. I said, besides getting hit in the family jewels, what other part of your body does it really hurt to get hit? He said the leg. And then he wrote, laugh out loud. I don't know whether he's laughing out loud because of the leg or my question. And I asked him, do you follow any other sports? If so, what are they? He goes, nah. So that's Mr. Sean O'Malley. I'll show you his career stats. It's pretty good. Pretty successful career. 13 wins, 1 loss. The next one took 21 days, and the person signed 404 for me. And this little corner here missing from my envelope was done by the U.S. Postal Service. And it is former New York Jet and Penn State player, Mr. Kyle Brady. Here he is on a 1995 score. Set this one right here. Come on, get back up there, Rodney. There you go. Another 1995 score. And these are Omega from, what year is this? 1998. Omega. It's pretty cool cards. I will set these down here. All right. I'll show you Mr. Brady's career stats. All right. Next one took 19 days, and the person signed 404 for me, and that person would be former, actually MLB player, but he actually didn't make it to the majors. But he did play on the U.S. Olympic team. It is from Mr. Chad McConnell. He is on a 1992 U.S. Olympic team card from Topps. It's a 1993 Topps. It turned out really nice. Another 1993 Topps. And then I just had him sign this little sticker here for me. Player Action Series sticker. Which turned out pretty cool. I like it. So, like I said, he didn't have any career stats. He was a career minor leaguer. He only played, I think, 4 years in the minors. Next one took 51 days, and a person signed 303 for me, and that person would be former N.F.L. receiver, Mr. Mike Sherrard. Here he is on a, what is this, 92 Pacific? 91 Pacific. And here he is on 87 Tops. 2 of those he signed for me. And his career stats. All right, the next one, 27 days, and the person signed 202 for me, and that would be from Mr. Wayne Charbet. Here he is on a, what is this, 2011? No, 2001 Tops. It says right up here at the top. Turned out really nice. And this one is a, what is this, Heritage from, what year is this? 2001 also. So I actually got Wayne Charbet back in the 90s when he first got into the league. So he's still signing, which is good. And I'll show you his career stats. He was undrafted out of Hofstra. I don't even think they have a football program there anymore. And you can check him out on cameo.com. And what I think that is, Cameo is like, you can have him send a message, like a taped message to somebody, you know, like for their birthday or anniversary or something like that. That's pretty cool. He had a pretty decent career too. The next one took 19 days and the person signed 102 for me, and there was a $10 charge. And it is from Hall of Fame offensive lineman, Mr. John Hanna. Here he is on a Ted Williams Staubach card. Looks beautiful. Oh man, somebody's got to go here. He's got to get up there. All right, done now. You'll have to go. I'm gonna put him here. And he didn't sign this one. All Pro Guards card. I'll show you his stats. It's just amazing. 70s All-Decade team, 80s All-Decade team, 2-time All-American, Pro Football Hall of Fame, College Football Hall of Fame. Pretty awesome player. All right, the next one took 104 days, and the person signed 3 of 3 for me, and that person would be former MLB player and manager, Mr. Pat Corrales. Here he is on 87 Tops. Let's set this one right there. Another 87 Tops. I really like 87 Tops. I like the design. I like to see him signed. And here he is on, I think this is 83 Tops. Yeah, 83 Tops. Turned out pretty nice too. All right. His career stats. As a manager and a player. Next one took 14 days, and the person signed 3 of 3 for me, and that person would be who is it? It is former N.F.L. defensive lineman, Mr. Joe Nash. Here he is on a 1990 Fleer. 1989 Pro Set. And another 1990 Fleer. All right. His career stats. All right, the next one. Oh, what happened here? I don't know when it came back. I didn't write it down. My bad. So it is from former MLB player, Mr. Rich Amaro. Here he is on a 1993 score. What is this? 94, 95 upper deck. What is this? 94 upper deck. Turned out really nice. There he is. Oh, this is a cool photo. This is one of those silver signatures from Collector's Choice. believe it's in like 94, 95, 95. That is a really cool photo or card. I'll set this one right there. And here he is on a 1992 Fleer Ultra, which turned out fantastic also. Show you his career stats. I did write those down. All right, last but not least, this one took 11 days on a person signed 202 for me. And it is from former MLB player, Mr. Billy Ashley. Here he is. What is this? This is a SP from 95. Turned out nice. And here is a Boys of Summer from Score. I think this is 95 too. No, this is actually 1990. Looks like 1993. Is it 93? Man, that is small print. I'm saying it's 1993. 93, 94, 95. One of those 3 years. All right. So that is it. Man, that's a lot. So I want to thank Mr. Rodney Smith, Mr. Kyle Brady, Mr. Sean O'Malley, Mr. Steve Tasker, Mr. John Hanna, Mr. Donnell Wolford, Mr. Mike Sherrod, Mr. Pat Corrales, Mr. Billy Ashley, Mr. Marco Battaglia, Mr. Rich Amaro, Mr. Wayne Chirbat, Mr. Joe Nash, Mr. Chad McConnell, and I believe that's everyone. Oh, and I want to thank you guys for watching. Just remember, keep collecting, keep searching for those hidden gems, and keep having fun later.